Okay, so good morning folks. Today I'm gonna start with building a deck first. Got some quests that I want to fulfill, and those quests, if I remember correctly, require me to win 5 games with a rogue or a warrior deck. I just check for a second. Was it a rogue or a warrior? Yeah, a rogue or a warrior deck. Since my warrior deck currently sucks, I think I'm gonna build a rogue deck. At least I will try. No, I don't have much of the rogue cards. It's a bit waggy, sorry for that, but that is because I'm streaming and locally recording in the same time, and my computer isn't that powerful. So I see the fire swing leader, that's a card that I want in this deck 2 times. So I'm gonna go into crafting mode, see how much it's worth it. I need 15 more. Yeah, I want one of this. That means that I need 60 some more. The good thing about this is I have a card that I want to disenchant because currently I have only one, and well, I'm gonna think about how to get another later. Is this mountain giant? It will give me only 100, but since I actually cannot use it right now, it will have to do. So I want one more of these for the rogue deck, and I want one more of these. So I'm gonna start with backstab. It's a very necessary card for any rogue deck. Sinister Strike is useless. Deadly Poison, however, gives you a lot of removal with the dagger. Shiv is great, obviously against small decks. Well guys, I know what you're gonna say, that it's lagging, I know, but I'm in tryhard mode, so Assassin's Blade is a must. Combined with Deadly Poison, it will help me kill big tough creatures, also assassinate. Here I'm wandering between Vanish and Sprint. Sprint gives me to draw 4 cards. Vanish in the other can't let me return all minions to their owner's hands. That has a bonus side and a negative side. The negative side is that imagine if he has minions with Battle Cry that do damage, he will be able to do them again. So maybe I'm gonna go with Sprint because there isn't much viable control for a rogue. And I'm definitely gonna take Fan of Knives. Why did I? This card, Master of Disguise, is good, but honestly, 4 mana, 4/4. I'm gonna think about it. Maybe it's one of the worst cards in this deck. So I've been thinking what this deck should look like. I mean, I want a fast-paced deck, a deck that will allow me to kill around turns 8, 7, 8, 9 tops, because afterwards, for example against mages, they can go lethal at turn 10, no problem. especially fat mages. And at the same time, I don't want to give up ground on the walk on the he puts a 6/5 taunt on the field on turn 6. I want to have something to kill it with. So what I'm thinking here, I'm gonna start with Elven Archer because it's a creature for picking up small creatures. A 1/2 taunt in the early game isn't that useful. I'm definitely gonna put the Worgen Infiltrator and 2 Acidic Swamps. I'm also thinking about the Fairy Dragon, and yeah, I'm gonna put it in. Actually, I have only one of them. Fairy Dragons, well, I'm gonna craft myself another one. Fairy Dragon is a quite good card. Where the hell is the Fairy Dragon? What the fuck, did I miss the Fairy Dragon or something? Okay, here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna create one more. Obviously. It's a very powerful card, no matter in which stage of the game. 3/2 cannot be killed by a spell. Of course, that's useful. I was wondering if adding Shadow Song Cleric, then I remember that I have 2 Shadow Song Clerics. I should pay more attention. Now, I have to add 4 more cards, and here's where I start to wonder, do I want, for example, the 2 Raisin Hunter and the 2 Wolf Riders, or do I want something bigger? Like a Chewy Win Yeti. I'm definitely gonna take the Nightblade, because again it's a very powerful card. And for my Wasp card, I'm thinking about Ward of the Arena, since I wanna have that powerful taunt minion in play that can protect me for a while. So you see 2 backstabs, 2 deadly poisons, 2 elven archers, 2 worgen infiltrators, 2 shifts, 2 acidic swamps for obvious reasons, 2 defiance ringleaders, 2 fairy dragons, 2 fan of knives, 2 shadowstone clerics, 2 assassin's blades, 2 assassinates, 2 night blades, 2 ward of the arenas, and 2 sprints to help me with the card draw. Of course, there's a legendary in the game that makes your opponent play his spells for free. I imagine if someone plays it against me. And now let's go. Wait, I forgot to change the characters. Let's go play ranked. I'm not even gonna test this game on casual play mode. I prefer to play it on ranked. It's better this way, I think. I have to say it's very hard to stream when you have a shitty computer, and mine is good. Now Here's one of my main problems. When I create a deck with a lot of small cards and a few fat mana cards like the Assassin Blade and War of the Arena, I usually draw right into those cards. And I hate doing that. Now this is a much better hand. Of course I would have preferred to be second with the fast Reader hand, but at least top deck the Worgen Infiltrator, which is always good. Now since this is a Paladin deck, I won't play a Stick Swamp on turn 2 because I prefer to use it to actually destroy a weapon. This 1/1 Fury, Wing Fury is quite ass of a creature, literally. I'm gonna use my champion to destroy it. I don't want to sacrifice my Worgen. If I can take a little amount of damage with my hero to kill a creature, I would always prefer to do that than to sacrifice one of my own creatures, because in the end of the day what you want to do is to have board control. Board control is probably the most important thing in this deck. Like for example now, oh that was a mistake, sorry. I wanted to play the Shutterstone Cleric, make it a 3/2 Worgen. Well, I'm gonna play next turn anyway. I have backstab, so if he plays something I can kill it. That was just a stupid misclick. Now this would be a problem for most people, but again, since I did the mistake of playing the Acidic Swamp pools, I'll be able to backstab it, stab it, and then hit it with the Acidic Swamp, which will leave him exposed for the attack. Now the Shadowstone Cleric is a very decent card. I mean, 3 mana, 3/2 gives +1/+1 on other friendly creature. Yeah, him playing his second Shield Master is a bit of a nuisance in the second, so I'm thinking how I want to deal with this. I could have assassinated it, but I prefer to keep the assassinate for something else. I mean, I've taken damage from attacking his minions with my champion, but I'm a 25 health and he's 20, so the exchange for now is good. Of course, that's a Paladin deck, so it has heals, and next turn he'll be able to drop one of those heals, or he'll consecrate. Then he'll play this stupid Murloc. Now it's turn 6. I can play the fast Ringleader, which will give me 4 damage on the table, or I can play this and still have 4 damage. But with the fast Ringleader I will have more creatures on the table, more board presence, and then I'll be able to attack his Grimscale Oracle, kill it, and play the dagger again. Oh, this was wrong. I forget that I have to combo it. Yeah, I'm not used with the rogue combo system. I should have played Fan of Nice and then played it fast Ringleader. Now you see, I kept my assassinate for something like this. Now I have 7 mana, and I can definitely kill it. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep my shift for now. I prefer to have it if he decides to play something small. He has another Consecrate somewhere in his deck, which is obviously a nuisance. Acidic Swamp comes into play, and the Crocodile comes into play. Now I think that this turn I can probably clean most of his board. I mean, I would definitely have to kill him. Only this one will be left. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Dragstop comes now. Now, the second Defiance Swing Leader I played better. Although if I played the first the same way, I would have been able to clean all his board. Of course he can Consecrate right now, but I don't see a reason for him to Consecrate only for 2 creatures. But no players often do that. Consecrate for some creatures. He would rather regain some life. Yeah, that was a mistake, alright. And that mistake gives me the opportunity to actually clean his board without taking any a lot of damage. The good thing about Paladin decks is that I don't have to worry for anything that can kill me in one turn. Now he'll try to gain help. He is going to try to clean the table. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Assassin's Blade. He doesn't have anything in his hand, so I prefer to do it like this. In next turn, if he doesn't clean my board, he's dead. And I don't think that even a Consecrate doesn't save him. No matter what he attacks, he's dead. There's just no way that he'll survive next turn. And 5 to his face. The problem with most people is that they're afraid to take damage with their champion in order to claim creatures, but if you can take board control by dealing damage to yourself, it's kind of worth it. So let's go into game number 2. I hope I don't end up against a mage deck. Mage decks are absolutely ridiculous against fast creature decks because of the flame strike. You saw the deck build, it doesn't have a lot of creatures with more than 5 toughness. So if I'm against a mage deck, I'll have to combo it. For example, the Shadow Blade with the now these two obviously I don't need. The Shattered Sun Cleric is good in the opening game. The Stink Swamp is decent, so though I don't have much use for it, I'll probably, if I get the fast Ringleader, which I didn't. Right now I'm wondering, should I play the Fairy Dragon now? Which will probably be the wisest, because he cannot kill it with any spell, since it's untargetable by spells. And I doubted that he can play a creature that will have the ability to kill it. One-two dagger. Well, I prefer not giving him the spell power, but at the same time, I think shamans have weapons, but nothing to be that afraid of, so I'm gonna play the Acidic Swamp and I'm gonna hit the totem. Next turn I'm gonna make the Fairy Dragon 4-3, and the turn afterwards 5-4. Yeah, so he's playing his totems. He doesn't have anything else to play. Maybe you wasted a shift. Yeah, I did, but I prefer to maintain the board control, the more creatures on the board, because my damage will accelerate in the next turn. Maybe in the next turn I'm gonna hit him for 10, 11, the turn after that even for more. So the less creatures he has, the better it is for me. Now the question is, do I sacrifice a creature and deal 6 damage to him, deal 8 damage to him, or I don't sacrifice and deal only 6? I prefer to deal the 8 damage to the face. I mean, Wukong is already at 15. And he has nothing to kill the Fairy Dragon with. That's why I crafted 2 of those. A second one. The Fairy Dragon is a very powerful card, especially against casters like Warlocks, Shamans, Priests, and Mages, because it cannot be targeted by single target hero abilities, and it's like a creature that has stealth, with the difference that it can be attacked, but you cannot cast any spells on it, targeted with any single target abilities and spells. You cannot even kill it with a hero power, the mage's hero power, the Fire Blast. Yeah, I had to see that one coming. That was no surprise. I'm definitely gonna destroy the fire totem. I don't want to allow him to have something. And if he doesn't clean the board next turn, I can easily kill him. Yeah, feral spirits will do the trick. They will save him for the time being. The good thing that is, by doing so, he's walking his mana over War 2, Feral Spirits over War 2, so next turn he will have only 3 mana available. What I'm gonna do now is... I'm gonna play this in this to the face. In this costs the Wolf Burst costs 3 mana. And I'm gonna sack the Shadow Storm Cleric in the Acidic Swamp Pools. And next turn I have Lethal on the board. Yeah, that's the problem with Shamans. When they overworld, they suddenly have no mana to counter you. So I finally got to the place I was last time, except I need 2 more stars. The Golden Sinister Strike, yeah! Too bad I don't play that card. Well, you see on my other 2 quests I need 3 more wins with a rogue and I need to play more small creatures. But I probably make a deck consistent with only small creatures just to do so. Now, Paladin decks are very interesting because with them, if you have enough creature pump up cards, you have basically a limited amount of creatures. I mean, you can create a deck fully with creature pump up cards and creatures that pump up other creatures like the Stormwind Champion, and you can just spam your hero ability and you have 1/1 tokens over and over and over again. The Zero Hand Recruit is a very powerful champion hero ability in my opinion. Yeah, and here's my dreaded match against a mage. I'm thinking of keeping the Assassin's Blade, but at the same time I'm not sure what I'm gonna be getting, so I'm gonna throw it back into the deck. Yeah, the Acidic Swamp Pool's not very useful against a mage since mages don't have any weapons. At least I'm gonna be able to play a turn 1 if I have Ringleader. Now this is some sort of a problem for me. It's great because the coin actually gives the Fashion Leader its combo. I will be very sad. Oh, he didn't kill them. Yeah, as I said, very sad. Well, I'm abstain from playing a creature because I right now have more cards than him in hand. And that Mana Worm is a big nuisance. Probably I should have shifted, should have backstabbed it last turn. This is some kind of an aggro mage deck, which is good. Not great, but good. I'm not gonna waste a backstab for a 1/1 creature, that's absurd. I was thinking of wasting it for the Mana Worm, but in the end of the day I had Shift. Right now you're probably... Well, that was interesting, well played. I didn't expect this. I don't know why this guy left. Rage Quitters. There's always gonna be those players that rage quit right in the beginning of a game. So this afternoon I'm thinking, after I've obviously finished my quest for 5 wins with a rogue or a warrior deck, I'm gonna stop streaming, and this afternoon I'm thinking of streaming again, but this time I'm gonna stream in the arena, since I already have an goat and I have to grind in the arena. I think that the last one that I played, the guy that just surrendered with no reason, I think that he had a problem with his deck. Mages are not built to have a lot of small creatures. Now, in the 4 games I've played till now, this is my first print, but I won't keep it. Fan of Knives against a mage without knowing what he's playing, not really. Yeah, of course I'll get the Nightblade and the Warrior of the Arena, why not? Okay, value cards. I wanna see what he's going to play. He's gonna coin into a Fairy Dragon. I don't have anything to combo it with, and I really need to kill that Fairy Dragon. So I imagine that I'll be taking 9 to the face from this creature. If I had, for example, backstab, I don't have anything to backstab, but shift to combo it with the fast ring leader, that would have been great. Still, I have nothing to combo the fast ring leader with, so I'm gonna keep it in my hand, and I really don't wanna waste a Shatterstone Cleric for nothing, not buffing anything. I'll probably wait around turn 6 when I'm gonna play War of the Arena, and then start drawing my hand. Or I'm gonna do the Sticks on Pulls, plus the fast ring leader, yeah. This is a good play because now I can actually start putting out some damage. Although around turn 7 he'll have board clear, so if he plays Con of Cold, probably he doesn't have a explosion in his deck, so now here's a nice interesting turn. I can either play a Nightblade and force him to Shadow Fire next turn, or play a Wargame Infiltrator, but the Wargame Infiltrator he'll just Con of Cold again. If he wants to Con of Cold again, I'm alright with it. And this is what I was talking about. This wasn't great, wasn't that bad either. So should I play? Yeah, let's play War of the Arena. I definitely don't want to leave this on the table, at the same time I want to deal damage to him, so the reason I don't want to leave it, because if it stays on the table on turn 7 he'll have a flame strike for 5 damage across the table, and I prefer, if I can, to save my water during a 1 turn. Although probably that's a polymorph right now. Oh no, it's a frostbolt. Very interesting frostbolt. Yeah, he's trying to clear my board. I don't get for what, since he hasn't played any creatures. Now, as I said, this is a mage deck, so you should be careful what you're playing when you're playing it. I'm going to throw down the acidic swamples, although that's against my better judgment. I've seen only one creature from him for now, so I'm thinking that he probably has giants, but I cannot be 100% sure about that. Yeah, here's the flame strike. I knew it was coming, but at least he wasted a turn for it, so... I have 2000 in, so if he plays something fat, I can definitely kill it. And of course he can just do another flame strike in order to clean the wall and infiltrate, which would be pretty bad for me. A questing adventure. Yeah, he'll try to pump it up. Right now, Arcane Explosion. That works a bit too much. He had some very good RNG till now, which is bothersome. I mean, when I play a mage deck, I get the worst RNG possible. You know what do you think? Right now I'm 2 fireballs and 1 fire blast from dying. Yeah, that's true. Or a geomancer with 2 fireballs. Apparently he's playing some small deck. I said assassinate. Come on. I think I'm gonna lose this game, but playing against mages is something I haven't learned how to do yet. They have a lot of board control. Here we go again. Flame strike. He's hoping that he can kill me in 6 turns. I'm hoping that I can kill him. The sprint is good. Fireball. The first one. The second. Yeah, if he has, yeah, that's the second nice one as well. GG. Mages have a lot of board control. That's why mage is my main class. I really hate playing against mages. It's ridiculous the amount of board control that they actually have. I mean, come on. Who has that much board control? A mage has that much board control. Maybe this will be my last game now. Well, a hunter. Fan of Knives will be useful against a hunter. I don't need a Nightblade right now, or a Deadly Poison. Prefer to have him for later on. Yeah, I got the Fast Link Reader, and that's the card I wanted, so now I can start with a combo for it. This one Wind Fury will most definitely have to die. It's not a waste because hunters can make it 2-3 can make the 1/1 creature pretty damn fast. Pretty damn fast. Now, I'm wondering what he has. Yeah. I think he'll play another misdirection. Freezing trap. This guy has a lot of traps. Oh, it's good because I can at least save the fairy dragon. Now the buzzard is something that will definitely have to die and will have to die fast. I'm actually thinking about how I should play this turn. Bounce nice will clear the table. I'm gonna throw the Worgen down, and I'm gonna take 3 to the face. No, at least I'm starting to put some damage into him. Well, wasting a multi-shot, 2 cards to kill these two that's a good value on them. Especially considering the cards that he wasted. Now, this is a different story because he cannot kill the fairy dragons easily. He'll need to play a fire trap. So he doesn't have anything. I'm thinking... No, I prefer to save the ship. And I was able to hit him again, which in the end of the day is a good value of the cards I wasted, because he's playing his last cards in the last cards in his hand, and yeah, I still have a lot of damage, and I think I can go lethal this turn. Just let me calculate 7 and 3, 10, yeah. Yeah, I went lethal. I think I'm getting the hang of the rogue, which is great. I need one more win. Let's try and get one more win. I don't have a lot of expensive cards, that's why I'm gonna be grinding on the arena this afternoon, hoping to get the cards I need. I really hope that I'll be able to grind at least 2 mountain giants from my mage deck. I need to gather them all. I know that I just disenchanted a giant, but it was fun and I need other cards. Plus I have Barongidon, which isn't that useful of a card according to me. At least I don't find it as that useful of a creature. It's a good creature, it's a decent creature, but it isn't that great. I mean, if you can play something else instead of it, yeah, better play something else instead of it. Now I really don't like this turn 1 because I don't have anything for now. Anything to play, which is actually quite sad. I won't coin into this, it's useless. Maybe on turn 4 I'm gonna coin directly into Nightblade, and on turn 5 let's start doing some damage to him. I'm tired of just responding. Apparently he plays a small fast-paced deck. For some reason he just doesn't have the pace he wants right now. I was thinking about playing a rogue with spell power, but I actually don't have the cards to do that, so resistance, that's a decent spell. I wonder exactly what he'll be playing right now. Yeah, he'll concentrate. That was a pretty normal response in this case. I mean, why shouldn't he? He has the opportunity. The good thing is that he hasn't got any secrets right now, so I can play the next night day that I just top decked. Of course, he can play through Silver Champion. Now that's a card that I pretty much dislike. It's a pretty damn good weapon, especially in a Paladin deck. I know it's one of the basic weapons, but what's good is good. So I'll be seeing probably another Consecrate, and next turn I'll probably just sprint to the other 4 cards, because I don't have any creatures in my hand. I would really like to draw into the War of the Arena. Yeah, here's the Consecrate, as I said. And he'll waste his 2 Silver Champion attacking me, which is good for me. Now that the 2 Consecrates are out of the way, I know that he doesn't have anything to play, which is good. And as I said, I'm just gonna sprint through the other 4 cards. And next turn I'm gonna float the board, because I'm gonna play the Elven Archer, then the 2 Defiant String Leaders. I'll be left with 3 mana. Next time I'm gonna play the Fair Dragon and another Defiant String Leader. He doesn't have a board clear anymore, so right now I can play everything I've got. I'll probably suck this into this so I can clean the table with Man of Knives and draw a card. If he plays something big, I have another Assassinate. I won't play the A6 one pulse just yet. I prefer to save it. And since I know he doesn't have any board clear, and he cannot go lethal. No, well, he has 2 hammers, but what are 2 hammers gonna do against 3 creatures? Probably. Now the great thing is that I have a lot of cards in my hand and he hasn't. In theory, next turn I can go lethal, since he hasn't had the board clear, and even if he plays a big taunt, I have a Assassinate to clean it. Eight, 11, yeah, I can go lethal. And good game. Against the Dragon Warriors, and we move on with 5-1, 5 victories, 1 defeat, and we'll see each other tonight. I mean, we'll see each other again in the afternoon when I'll be streaming an arena game.